Hi Indy, I'm Joelle and I'm actually a young mentor with RAWR. You've got your hat on. Yeah? So do you know why you're here right now?
Yes, to learn about snakes.
Alright, so we've actually got a treat today. So I've got a couple of snakes that I'm going to get out and show you. But I've got 3 that are brown. Does that worry you at all?
Well, when it's brown, the first thing that comes to my head is eastern brown.
Eastern brown snake, yeah. So often people actually mistake a lot of different species of snakes for brown snakes because they're not too sure on what they are. So I'm going to get the first one out, and actually what I've got for you first, it's a juvenile carpet snake. You ready for that one? Yeah? So this right here.
Oh my god.
Yep. So that's something you'll learn pretty fast. Juvenile snakes in particular, so they come out with these instincts when they're young so that they know how to defend themselves. So immediately you can see I'm getting bitten just a couple of times.
It's a python, so
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine.
So how much do you know about pythons?
I know that they are not venomous,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that they use to like wrap around their prey.
Yep. So do you know what it's called when they wrap around their prey?
Constrict.
Yeah, there you go. That's brilliant. So these guys are one of our best pest control species for rats. And most commonly people that have birds, chickens and stuff like that, you tend to get a bit of a rat problem because of the grain and food that you typically feed them. So these guys are probably the best to have living around your home because they'll take care of those rats for you. So that was our first brown snake. You ready for the second one?
Yes.
Okay, so what I've actually got in here is a keelback. Do you know what a keelback is?
No.
No?
I know it's a snake.
Yeah? So keelbacks, this one's quite small, so he's only brand new to the world. So you won't get to see a lot of the cool patterning that they have on them when they get older, and I'll talk about that with you if you're interested. So keelback is actually one of the best possible snakes we can have for a very specific type of pest we have here in Australia, and it's their main diet. Do you have any idea what that is?
Is it toads?
It is toads. So these guys here, get them out. Come on. Very small. So these are one of the only snake species that can actually consume and digest toads. So toads produce a toxin on their back, which is considered poison to most animals, but these guys can actually consume them safely. So if you came across this guy outside in your garden, what do you think it would be?
An eastern brown.
Yep, so eastern brown snakes are commonly mistaken for these guys here. So this one is considered non-venomous. These guys, this small, and even when they're bigger, they can't actually bite us because their heads are so small. But they do have a pretty cool defense system for their predators. And what they actually do is they release a musk. Musk. So
It's like the lolly.
it sounds like the lolly, but it's very different, I promise. So when they feel threatened, especially when they're bigger and they're concerned about probably a human coming towards them, they can release a musk, which is a scent that actually deters their predators from coming near them. The other thing is that these guys are actually freshwater snakes, so they'll spend a lot of their time on riverbeds and lakes and stuff like that. Alright, so you can have a look in here. Can you see what's in there?
It's a snake.
Yeah, it's a snake. So this one here is a common tree snake. Yeah? So you ready for me to get him out?
Yes.
Alright. You think the colour's cool?
It is so cool.
Alright, so these guys here, yeah? Some damage to his scales, yeah. So this one, like all of our others, is a rehab that we have at the moment, so it's actually a really good time for him to be here. So he actually got caught, so that's just a bit of damage to his scale. So yeah, so as you can see, he's quite long.
Yes.
Yep, you see his tail all the way down there.
So small.
Yeah, so obviously with his name, common tree snake, you mostly find these guys up in the tree if you're lucky enough to spot them, because they're actually really good at blending in. This guy is a bit of a cousin of the keelback, which we just had out, in the sense that he actually has a very similar defense mechanism. So these guys, yeah, so he'll release a musk, and it's pretty much the only defense that they have with these guys, because their diet mostly consists of another pest species that we have here.
Geckos?
Gecko. So the Asian house gecko is one of these guys' favourite meals. Have you ever seen these guys jump from one branch to another? Mm-hmm. See them? So they arch up, they create their shape from one branch, and they actually launch themselves to another one if it's too far for them to reach on their own. I've got our third brown snake that I'm going to show you now. As you can see, I've got my gloves on. Do you know why?
Is it venomous?
Yes. So this one I've got for you is a brown tree snake, and they're mildly venomous. These guys here are rear-fanged snakes. So the venomous family, but they don't have enough to kill us as humans.
Yep.
They just might make you quite sick. Do you know, like, I don't imagine you would have seen many of these guys around.
No.
Do you know why?
Because nocturnal.
Yeah, so these guys are a nocturnal species. So this here is a coastal carpet python.
Carpet pythons are one of my favourite types of snakes.
Yeah. The patterns look familiar to someone you saw earlier?
Yes.
Yeah? So this is a much bigger version of that little carpet python that we had earlier. So this is a female. We've actually named her Molly while she's in care. As we talked about earlier, carpet pythons are non-venomous. So they don't actually have fangs, they have teeth.
Teeth.
Yep, like we do.
Yep.
Yep. Do you see why these guys are so good for eating rats
Yes.
when they get bigger? Yeah. Would you prefer to have one of these around your house if you had a rat problem?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, she's nice and calm. She's not threatened by you at all. She feels nice and safe.
She's such a beautiful, lovely creature. I love. So why are they so important to culture and other areas?
So these guys are so valuable for our ecosystem because without snakes, in particular, carpet pythons like this, we would be overrun by rats. Do you know much about what happens to animals when they've eaten rat bait?
Well, it's poison, so I'm guessing they get sick.
Yeah, so rats, once they're poisoned, often before they've gone and passed away, other animals, in particular snakes, will eat them. And the snakes get really, really sick. And we've actually got about 4 pythons actually, in care at the moment that are really unwell because they've eaten a rat that's been poisoned.
What do you do if you find a snake that's just lying there?
Alright, so snakes are cold-blooded, and that means that they have to adjust their temperature manually. So they have to do things like lie in the sun to get warm, and if they're unwell, they might be lying in the sun for way too long, which isn't good for them because they can actually overheat. It's the same thing if they're lying outside in the rain and they're not moving, if they're not looking for shelter. The best thing you can do is call your rescue number. So they'll get someone to come and collect the snake, and they'll take them to Australia Zoo Wildlife Hospital where they can actually get their blood test done to make sure that they haven't been poisoned. So what was your favourite thing that you learnt today?
My favourite thing that I've learned is that these beautiful creatures are so important to our environment and ecosystem. How they stop like the pests taking over, just how important they are, and just how beautiful and graceful they are.
Yeah. These guys are one of our most underappreciated and most important part of our ecosystem. They take care of so many more things than people realise, and they're just such stunning creatures.
How can somebody be freaked out by this? I mean, look at it. It's kind of adorable.